all your jokes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do all these new
Oh,
jokes.
oh. I have to plug.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Woo!
Yeah. It is another fantastic night. I love this audience, you guys. My favorite people are here tonight. It is a Funky Friday at the LA School of Comedy. I am your host tonight. I'm Sam. It is a pleasure to be with you guys. I keep saying I'm not. Do you ever say you're not going to talk about something on stage and then you have to? I recently got my wisdom teeth out. That's why I lost all this wisdom I used to have. No. I gained a lot of wisdom. You gain a lot of wisdom from 4 days in the hospital from your wisdom teeth. It's just like, how does that happen? But it did. It was really fun when I would like meet a new nurse and they'd be like, "Are you the wisdom teeth girl?" And I'm like, "That's me." Like, I'm in the most pain in my life, but somehow somebody knowing who I was like, it just hit that little fame bug inside of me. So I was like a little bit famous within 3 floors of one building for like 3 days. So I don't even need this. I don't even need you to stop because I'm wisdom teeth girl. And I don't save lives, but you know, I'm here, so that's like enough. The OR, it wasn't exactly like Grey's Anatomy. I was so nervous there was going to be a gallery of like young sexually active residents like watching me get surgery, and I was just I was more worried about that for some reason than the actual surgery, which makes no sense. I don't know why for some reason, because I had to get another procedure on my face and then on my mouth, and then I was like surprised that they were like, "You have to take all your clothes off for surgery." I was like, whoa. Like, I was flattered and I was like confused. And then I asked the nurse to help me tie up the gown, and she was like, "Nothing they haven't seen before." And I was like, is there something I don't know? Like, do I know the doc? Like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean nothing hasn't seen? Like, literally, no, they've never seen this before. They never met me. Welcome. Come right in. Take a seat. It's a Funky Friday. Good to see you. Come on in. Oh my God, the way you walked like you've never been here before. Give it up for Sarush, everybody. Only open mic in LA. You walk in, we're gonna clap, say your name. Say out to the camera, say out to the people at home. Okay, yeah, sit right there in the front seat. Look at it's a packed house tonight, seriously. You guys are missing out if you're not here. It's on a Friday. It's amazing. It's about to be Labor Day. Does anybody know what that means? I don't. But I was like, no school. And now it's just, another day, which is the labor of actual days. Days are labor, you guys. I don't know. How is it already the PM? I'm not sure. Anybody here ever work retail? We're raising hands. It's a raising hands kind of vibe. You should have seen the hands that went up. I thought we were doing the wave. Shout out retail. Yeah, I used to work retail, believe it or not. That was actually the best place to practice crowd work because they don't see it coming. You know what I mean? Like, any little joke on somebody, like, at the mall, like, it makes them feel amazing. Like, I remember this dad asked me, he didn't have any kids, I could tell he was a dad, shorts and sandals. Oh, no, it was, he said, "Where's the Apple store?" I said, "Upstairs to the left, but we sell the same stuff here." And he didn't get the joke until he was on the escalator. He's like, "Sell the same." Oh my God, you're kidding! Because I worked at Bath and Body Works. It was the complete opposite of the Apple store. Like, we had apple scented, like, nothing that was the same. He was like, "Oh my God," he told it, and then he told his wife the joke, and she's laughing on the escalator. It was the best feeling in the world. You ever on stage talking about when somebody laughed at something else? I've never done that. That's like me proving that, like, I can make people laugh. I was like, one time I made this man laugh on the escalator. And it was great. I mean, it was the best feeling in the world. Because I was a greeter at a retail store. I didn't start out as a greeter, but maybe I greeted too hard that I got promoted. Just like, that's all I was doing. And then they would be in my ear, they'd be like, "Sam, break away. Break away. You're talking too much to the customers." I'm like, I thought that was all I was supposed to be doing. I was at another mall yesterday, and I recognized a frequent customer, and I didn't know his name. I just went, "Hey!" I used to work at Bath and Body Works. Like, it was like, it meant anything, but I was like, "It's good to see you, how are you?" He's a caretaker to somebody else, and one time he was showing one of my coworkers, he was looking for a coupon, scrolling through his camera roll, and one of his nudes popped up. Ooh. And I wanted to, like, be like, ask him, like, did that happen? Because that's a crazy story. That's like real commitment to like the deal. You know what I mean? To blindly, and why is he scroll like? That's crazy. I worked at the Beverly Center. No love for the Beverly Center. Please stop. Like, please stop clapping for the Beverly Center.
Woo!
There were no, stop, because no.
Oh my God!
No, they have no food court, you guys. There is no food court at the Beverly Center.
Really?
Really, thank you for that. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Eat Wetzel's pretzels every day, or think ahead and bring my own lunch? No, I'm supposed to spend the money I make it work on food to help me work. That's the way it goes. Wetzel's pretzels just goes in one, out the other, if you know what I mean. Runs through you. But no, shout out Wetzel's pretzels for sure. Yeah, we love Wetzel's pretzels today. I honestly do. See how it changed so quick with my audience? You guys love that. I'll go with Wetzel's. Wetzel's is great. Dippin' Dots is better. They're not the same thing, but I think of them being next to each other, and that's where my mind went. Who invented Dippin' Dots, and what a name, Dippin' Dot. I don't know. I'm gonna name my kids that. Dip and Dot. They're gender neutral names. It's amazing. Isn't it funny how people get mad about gender? I don't know. It makes me laugh. They're like, why are you wearing a skirt? Since when did you even know what skirts were? So you wear the same outfit every day. It's just like, who cares? Let's go shopping. At the end of the day, what can't be cured with a mall trip? A bad mall trip. You guys ever go to the mall with your mom and then you're in the parking lot, she's like, we're never doing this again. And I'm like, we're doing it next week. I'm from LA. I love this city. I love you guys. Who is ready for our first comedian of the night? Can we get some love for an LA School of Comedy regular fan favorite? I missed his face. Why don't you get up here, Alan Weiss?
I love you, Alan!
Woo!
You ruined my dream of being the middle, the opening in the middle and the headliner. I'm the only one here. No, just kidding. There's a whole group of people.
Woo!
Lots of people. Hello, my name is Alan Weiss. Thank you.
Woo!
I got in a festival, so I'm going to be in Arizona
Woo!
on the 12th. So if you're in Arizona, come and see me. That'd be awesome. I'm going to do some new stuff because why not?
Woo!
Or attempt to do some new stuff, so bear with me while I read my notepad and try to remember what the hell I wrote. I'm gonna work on this one. So I don't want to shock you, but I'm gonna count it.
What?
Get out. I know by your shot that you all think you won the betting pool. There's no payout. No payout. I used to have a therapist. I dumped that therapist. Now I'm now I'm getting advice from someone new. They don't like my life decisions. They don't like the girls I date. I'm like, Mom, stop it. Mom, stop it. She makes me pay in hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. I'm like, Mom, stop it. Not in public. She's always going like, you need a date, a nice Jewish girl. And I'm like, here's the nice Jewish girl. And she's like, she has tattoos. Date's another nice Jewish girl. So I can never please my mom. Even when I get all the criteria right, there's always one extra criteria that she doesn't like. Well, wow, there's a lot here. Something about Tiger Woods. Huh. I wrote about golf. Running. So like I hate it when people tell you like you're at the gym and you're working out and they try to tell you what to do. You know, they're like, you need to lift this way. It's like, what, you Tiger Woods? Like this is like golf? Like, you're not Tiger Woods. You're not like you're not like Hulk Hogan, like, or The Rock. You know, like if The Rock came in and is like, this is how you're supposed to lift, I'd be like, okay, I'll listen to you. But like, I'm not gonna listen to some guy who was like the dad bod. Like, you've never lifted in your life. I run track. I ran D1 track. I ran on the team because walking on was too slow. But just like that, people go up to you and say, you're not running right. Like, really? How do you know? I'm like, I was the one who ran track. I won a race. I won one race. It was just me in the race. No, I'm just kidding. There was more than one. I went to my therapist. She told me I'm on spectrum. I was like, how do you know? She's like, your shoddy connection. I use that all the time, you know, as a defense mechanism. Like if something bad happens, like if I get pulled over by a cop, I'm like, I'm on the spectrum. He's like, I don't care. I'm still gonna give you a ticket. I was like, oh damn it, I was hoping it would work. Hoping it would work, you know? When the date goes bad, I go, I'm on spectrum. And she's like, I don't care. She still dumps me. Let's see, police uniforms. I just have that. I just say police uniforms. I say that that's the beginning of the set that to remind me what it was. But anyway, so police uniform, I hate them. I think they're stupid. I think black uniforms are stupid. Police uniforms should be changed to pink, so I can spot them in a crowd. I know when they're coming. But I always wonder what would that be like in the first day on the job when they tell them they have to wear pink. Like the sheriff comes up to Deputy Bobby and he's like, hey Deputy Bobby, how do you like the new pink uniforms? And Bobby's like, well, you know, black was more slimming. I don't really like the pink hat. The pink shoes are a little bit much, a little shiny, and that thong really squeezes my balls. The sheriff goes, you know, I think you're in the wrong uniform. Your badge says Barbie. Still trying to work on that reversal. My boss, he trusts me. He told me to take his Toomey bag home. He left it at work. He told me to drive all the way to Malibu to drop it off. It was in Malibu, but I'm using Malibu. And he told me to drop it off there, and he trusts me to do this, but I'm like, what's in this bag that he has to have this bag? He can't just get it the next day. It's like, is there like the codes to like the like secret weapons, like nuclear weapons? Is it like some like super chip or something, or is it like our financials, which I already have? I'm like, I already have those. Like, what do you have locked in the bag? And the lock he uses is one of those airport locks. Like anybody can pick that. Like, oh, I forgot to mention, he locked it. He locked the bag. He trusted me to take it, but not to trust me not to go in it. So he did have something important in there. But I just went to the airport, had them open it. I checked it. It was just papers, and then I had them close it again. I didn't do that. That's not what I did. It was way too light to have anything important in it. I think the best place to ask for a raise is a noisy place. So in case your boss says no, you can just say, I like raisins. You want a raise? Or you go, hey boss, can I get a raise? He's like, what? You're like, oh, raisins. I like raisins. I think if you ever want to really mess with someone, always talk to them at a noisy sports event. Like right before the touchdown, you tell them like, I love you. And it's just touchdown, and like she can't hear anything. And then she goes, what did you say? You're like, because they don't react how you want them to react. Because they heard you, right? They heard you. And you're like, great catch. You know, like, right? Something there? Maybe, I don't know. You have bad breath. What did you say? No, I said, what a bad play. I'm sleeping with your wife. What did you say? I like to have waffles. I have to figure out what the stuff that rhymes with this. This just wrote today. My broker gives me really bad. He's an idiot. I hate the guy. Stupid idiot. And he gives me bad advice. He's like, buy Bitcoin and it tanks. And then he's like, buy Google and he says, sell Google and it shuts down. Like I was like, I had enough. So I fired myself. Religious prophets, not the kind that the religion is getting when they get all the money from you from the tzedakah boxes. You know, in Judaism, that's where you put money in a box and then they claim they give it to a charity. Really? Because the amount of money those Jewish kids give, be able to solve hunger. But I mean, those things are always full. They don't give me the receipt to tell me where they donated. But anyway, I'm not talking about those prophets. I'm talking about like the prophets, you know, like Joseph and Mary, you know, like those prophets. And I was looking like Mary is, I guess, Jesus' mom. Why isn't she a prophet? I mean, she had sex with God. I mean, like, isn't that like the ultimate, like, prophet thing? Like, that's a miracle? Like, she gave birth to God, I guess? I'm Jewish, so I don't know how this works. I'm not trying to be mean to the religion, I'm just saying. But I'm like, but there are no female prophets, really. They always are like, when you read about them, they're like, they help the guy. They help the man. But there's no real women. And so I go, come on, women, step up. Pick up your game, you know? And then I go, like, start a new religion. You know, like, all the religions we have are male-centric and are horrible to women. Why don't women just start a new one? You know, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Maybe, I don't know why. It makes no sense. I gotta figure out the rest of that joke. Girl, okay. My coworker told me that there's this girl on a conference call. He was like in the office. She's like, she's hot. She's really hot. You gotta check out this girl on this conference call. I'm like, okay, where's she from? She's like, she's in London. I was like, oh, okay. So what do you want me to do about it? And she's hot. Like, it's not like she's like next door. I can be like, hey, you want to go out? Well, she's in London. I'm not gonna fly all the way to London to go on a date. I just think it's weird that people make me want to check people out when it doesn't matter. My coworker, I told one of my coworkers that she asked me where someone was. I'm like, she's smoking. And then I realized that you got to be careful if you say someone's smoking, because it might be an HR issue. But I told my HR VP, I did not say hot after. I just said she was smoking by the tree. I didn't say she was smoking hot by the tree. Stop signs. So the stop signs here, they have all-way stop signs, which means all directions are stops. But really, in California, they put that in to remind us to stop all the way. You may not have seen it, but you'll notice it. You'll notice it now. I don't know why I wrote that. My doctor, he doesn't validate. I think that's just rude. It's messed up. I mean, he does only see me for 15 minutes, and the first 15's free, but like, maybe he should at least validate. What if I wanted to hang around a little bit longer in the waiting room? Maybe there's a good magazine. So I want to check it out. Wow, I got through all this new stuff. Good. Oh, tape. I'm just going to talk about tape for a second. There's, a lot of different types of tape. There's tape measures. There's Scotch tape. There's duct tape. There's masking tape. There's caution tape, which is cautioning you to be risk averse. Or risk averse is caution tape. Be careful. I mean, there's all these different types of tape. You can tape someone up. You can tape someone. You can tape them. Like tape them. You can tape them like an injury. There's no joke here. I was in my car thinking about all the things tapes are. There's record tapes. There's a video tape. There's a cassette tape. There's a lot of tapes. This is what I do when I'm driving home. Okay, I'll leave you on something funny. So, I shouldn't say that because it's not good to say I'm leaving you, because then you're like, you might want more. So I joined a gang of accountants where the debits and the other gang is the credits. And when we go around and jump people, we don't usually, but when we do, we go, "You just been reconciled." and then we go, "Take that. You just been written off." All of us nerds. Now you know how it feels. Thank you very much.
Where can we find you?
Weiss. You can find me on Instagram, Alan W. Weiss. Thank you very much.
And your festival is when and
My
where?
festival is June 12th in Arizona. Thank you.
Alan Weiss! Very nice! Let's eat rice! I'm rhyming. Give it up for Alan Weiss one more time, everybody.
Woo!
People ask me all the time, they go, "Sam, Samantha, what should I call you?" I go, whatever, what? To ask me, they're like, when are you gonna start your own religion? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm working on it, Alan. I really am. Just, us girls, we're really busy. We're busy out here trying to make it. Have you guys seen that TikTok trend where, who here's on TikTok? Clap it up for TikTok if you are. Yeah, oh, don't even be scared. TikTok, I love you. I'm scared to live without you, and I'm sorry about that fact to, everyone who's invested in my brain, because it's ruined it. It's destroyed. But there's this trend where it's like, would you rather leave, like, your daughter, your wife, like, most close woman? Because it can never just be, like, women. Like, it's always, like, in an argument, it's like, think it, like, what if it's your mother? And then it's like, oh, okay. Like, would you rather leave, like, your sister, whatever, in the forest with a man that you don't know, or a bear? And, like, a lot of women are saying bear. And a lot of men are like, you don't know about bears. Like, they're bad. That's the point. But it's actually hilarious. I mean, it is a little bit. And then I was talking to somebody about it. They're like, a bear would kill you. And I'm like, exactly. I'm like, that's it. It would be done. Yeah. They wouldn't, like, buy you your favorite purse first. Like, they wouldn't make it weird before.
Well, where's the bear in relationship?
Where's the bear in the, what do you mean?
In relationship to the person.
To the oh, what do you mean?
Well, is the bear just in the woods? Or
Yeah, well, this isn't, you're in the woods. There's a whole wood. Keep inference, you're gonna go?
I have to.
You asked me to do more time. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's about to be you. Do you have to go? Is it so bad? Is it not going to motivate you to maybe even tell the best jokes of your life because you have to go?
Is that okay?
What? You're gonna go? Yeah, I can improv forever. Yeah, I'm in two or three more. Is everybody okay if nobody's ever? I guess I'll try stand-up tonight. That's crazy. I mean, wow. So anybody see Marjorie Taylor Greene go off in court?
No.
Mark talked about it, but I was like, it was one of those moments where as a woman, I was like, this is what they mean when they're like, girls. I was like, stop, it's crazy. She's rude. This is me doing the news. She's rude. Breaking news, rude. I had somebody text me something so rude, and I was like, I'm gonna be retro and I'm gonna call you. Do you ever talk to somebody the way that you only speak to your parents when you're 15? Just that guttural, like, you wronged me! Like, no? I did. It felt good. What else? I mean, where are you from, Billy? Where are you from?
Well, I live over by the VA.
You live over by the VA?
I was like, there's an open mic nearby. I'm like, I'll check it out.
So you just saw us?
Yes.
I had the same thing where I just saw this place. Isn't that great? You don't hear that a lot where you're like, no, my eyes. Like, that's how I found it. You found it too? You just saw it?
I was driving by and I'm like, oh, there's something there.
There's something there. Nowhere does it say School of Comedy. Except right here. We're the only school of comedy that it is that we know of. Yeah, but I used to actually do improv. The hardest thing about improv was the other people, and that's why people I think love stand up. Like there was this kid Bjorn where it's like every scene, like it's like, hi, how can I help you? I'm Andy. It's like I'm setting up the whole scene. I'm like chewing fake gum, like I'm doing a whole thing, and he's like, I'm a wizard. And I'd be like, ruined. Then I'd have to yes and it. Speak on it. What happened? You'd be like, what fucking happened?
In the Bay Area, I did 4 out of 8 weeks of intro to improv, and I quit exactly because everyone ruined my fucking scenes. Like there was, so like one was, I set up all these.
Billy, are you gonna come up here?
No, but like all
No, talk.
So I set up all these chairs, right, and then to make it look like a couch, and then I'm very, very visually make it look like that I lost my wedding ring. Like I'm like, where is, And then she walks in, she's like, oh, you cheated on me. I'm like, God damn it, you ruined the fucking scene. And then there was another one where I set up a row of this, a row of that, and then I made it look like I was pulling the little thing of luggage, and I opened the overhead compartment and I put it up there because after 4 weeks, everyone would just 4 weeks of trauma dumping. I was sick of it. So like this one, I am hoping this guy picks up that I'm on a plane, that we're on a plane, and I'm gonna make it that we're going to the toilet convention. Like I want fart jokes, I want just no more trauma dumping.
Only dumping.
Yes, and then Jerry comes up and I make it look like I'm doing the thing with the window and everything, like that I'm sitting in an airplane, he walks up and he goes, "Hey, when you're finished in the bathroom, God damn it, Jerry, you just ruined it. Everyone ruined the scene. No one picked it up. But yes, I know exactly what you're
Is
talking
there a
about.
word for this yet? Do we know? Because I
Rolling.
was steamrolling.
Clearly, I haven't processed it yet, and it's been 12 years.
Wow.
When improv is sitting with you, for me too, it's been actually a lot of years, and I get up at night and it's this full body anger. It's just anger. That was some great prop work.
So like
This is funny for the people watching. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That's because they're only
Well,
seeing me react to you.
So actually, the algorithm showed me.
You found us on the algorithm?
Yes. I've been watching a lot of stand-up comedy recently.
This is fascinating. This is truly
That's why I
fascinating.
do really bad up here, so I'll just go slowly like this.
You did not. You do not. Alan Weiss, is this, you know him from YouTube then? You have to. He's a regular.
Well, the last time I tuned in, it was just a screen of like of a program.
Okay.
So
Oh, it was a standby screen.
no, someone was
Yes.
talking, and then someone else was. It was just a program, and it
no.
wasn't stand-up. So
This is hilarious. You
yeah.
guys,
So then I was like, I gotta check this out for myself.
Sarush, you missed so much.
And the headliner.
You missed so much. Let me sit down so I can properly call you out.
Fantastic, please.
You were just ranting about improv.
To wrap that, improv people, we come do stand up. We're open to you. We love you and we see you, but
don't
you
ruin
can't
the
do that
scene.
shit up here. That's the thing. They cannot. That is so crazy. Or when people would jump in and they
My other beef was I always got stuck with backstory Curtis because we'd start a scene.
you have to come up here.
No, I don't
You
I don't
have because they can't
next
hear
week,
you.
Next week.
Okay.
But and then he would always just invent new
Backstory Curtis.
He would always invent new characters off screen, and we have to build backstories for these characters. Like there's already two characters, us on stage, and you're inventing my dad all of a sudden. You know, come on, man. Anyways.
Inventing my dad's crazy. Backstory Curtis, come right in. No, I'm kidding. Imagine if I was like, I'm him. And for 12 years I've been waiting because I knew that my backstories were not good enough. Improv was good. I mean, but also it was like, let me think of one improv thing to wrap this on. Improv was so much fun. I did it in my youth. It was the only sport I could do. Okay, wait, here's one. Okay, fine. We were all sitting. And the girls were like, they were like, my agent was Justin Bieber's agent, and my agent was so and so, and they were like, who's your agent? And I was like obsessed with Hairspray at the time, and I was like, my fearless mother. And then this girl goes, me too. And I said, oh my god, that was a joke. And we did not start off on a good foot, but it didn't matter because then we got to play pretend. Who is ready for our headliner tonight, coming to you live from Los Angeles, the one, the only Sarush Attadal, everybody!
It's raining, man.
Right? Wait, what do you mean?
I was thinking
It's just a
Just a
theme
song.
music for you.
There's okay.
You're just beautiful. I just love you.
Okay. Now I'm confused. It's been a funny night. There's three comics, and then
There's a
the
lot.
second to last comic, right before the last comic, the third to final comic had to go to the bathroom, and that was me. That was very much me. And then Sam just fucking crushed it for I don't know how long I was up there. Probably a while. 5 minutes or
40
so.
minutes.
40 minutes. A long time. I paused.
Will the bathroom
Smart,
ever be
smart.
the same?
Never. I have spicy. I take spicy sauce and I just like fucking drench it. It's amazing.
Drench what? Ah!
Yeah, what?
I
Stuff. We got. It's been a silly night. It's a Friday night. It's not a typical night. Usually this place is packed on a Friday
It's
night.
packed right now.
Packed.
It's packed right now.
You have a very loose definition of packed. This is like no. There's like Alan, and then what's
Billy.
Billy, and then
It's
Billy.
COVID, Pat.
It's
This is
COVID.
packed,
It's
you
COVID
guys.
packed. Exactly.
Make me laugh.
It's so odd. There's literally like, it's so odd. Like there's socks here. There's like is this yours?
No.
Whose socks?
I don't
This
know,
is
but
your
you're
socks?
touching them.
I am touching them.
Those could be dirty.
No, they're clean. Those
They are clean. It's fantastic. Okay, see, like, we got socks here. They're listening instead of a person. Alan was talking. Well, actually, you were funny. You got on stage. You're like, okay, Swoosh, I need you to you had your potty break. I need you to sit down. I need to bring you up, and like, I'm gonna bring you up right now. And then you're like, okay, let me talk about improv again for a minute, and then I'll bring you up. And you're like, okay, where am I going? Okay, now I got it. And then Alan was talking about how he wanted, Alan, I love you. Everything. Alan, give it up for Alan. He's got a show in Arizona. It's June 12th. Alan's amazing. The only beef that I have with Alan was he was talking about police officers. And he said he wanted to have them wear pink because he hates black and he wants to know when they're coming. Alan, if there's anyone that doesn't need to know when the police are coming, it's you. You follow the rules. You couldn't even lie about opening your boss's truck or your boss's bag. You're like, yeah, I took it to the airport, got it open. No, I didn't actually. I wouldn't do that. I would do that. You couldn't lie. You're too good of a person. The police officer. I swear to God, you could be like carrying out like a bag of money from like a bank. And like people could be screaming from the bank and like babies could be crying and you like had a freaking like, I don't know, maybe you took off a mask and the police officers would be like, where? Okay, they're like, oh my God, stop that man. Did you see the robber? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? And you'd be like, you just peace and you'd go, because he's so loving and nobody look at him. He's so sweet. All that to say, I think Alan is a sweet person, and I think he's fun. Love him.
Yeah.
Love Alan. Recently in the news, an airplane dropped out of the sky, 5,000 feet. It was wild. For any passenger that didn't have their seatbelt on, they were in for a little surprise. It was a little ride there. There was, I feel like air, we rely on air so much. I feel like air probably got a little pissed off at us. And like nobody says like, oh my God, thank you air for supporting us, keeping us safe. I feel like air went on strike. And air was pissed off. It's like, I don't get any thank you. Let's see what happens when I'm not there. What are you guys gonna do? And so they weren't there and bad things happened. So airplane falls out of the sky, 5,000 feet. People were hurt. There was a video of all the passengers coming out of the airplane. People were hurt and everything. And they were interviewing this guy and he was fine. And like people were being like wheeled out and like, in bandages and everything. And he just turns and he's like, that's why you wear your seatbelt, guys. Just dunking on these people. Dunking. And it wasn't a time, you know what I mean? Like there's a time and a place to brag about the rules, but that wasn't the time. And I could, like some people are like, oh my God, that's so like, stupid, like can't believe you were so insensitive. But like I'm a rule follower just like him, and Alan is also a rule follower. I understand where he's coming from. Because you go through your life and you follow the rules, and you do everything right, and people like go through the stop sign, people like don't respect women, people like, not that you should always respect women, but like they like don't do their homework and everything goes well for them. So finally when you follow the rules and say it goes well for you, you want to brag, you want to be like, fuck yeah, rules were like, this is why you follow the rules. But then like, your mom got, caught for a speeding ticket and then you call her out on it and then it's, she's not so happy and you get sad. And then there are things that happen, like another thing that happened on the flight, unfortunately someone passed away. You didn't know that, so there was a man who passed away on the flight, and when he passed away, the airlines got a little insecure about it, which is a funny thing to say because like an airplane fell 5,000 feet out of the air. You don't really need any excuses. Like, I'm surprised more people didn't die. Like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't say, like, oh, like, win some, lose some, you know what I mean?
Stop.
They didn't say, like, you didn't say that. Like, what they said was, this man, everybody was hurt, but, like, this guy died because he had heart problems. Which I feel like, in this context, is kind of like, this guy was kind of weak, you know what I mean? He was a little weak. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Like, am I the only one that feels this way?
No, I think that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of like, is that how you feel? Like, when they say, like, he had heart problems.
Yeah.
It's like, like, that wasn't,
No.
we can agree, like,
Yeah.
that might have been the end, but, like, the cause was the
Yeah. Yeah.
droppy, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, anyways. So, we'll go with that. How much time I got?
You got like do you want 2 or 3?
3 if I can.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I am. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumb person.
Me too.
Ladies, you're a dumbass when you like take a girl to Ralph's because you forgot Valentine's Day and you're like, oh hey, you can pick out anything. You know what I mean? At Ralph's. And like, you weren't like super into the girl, but like you feel like you have to. You should have broken this off way sooner than you should have, you know what I mean? And like, it's because you're a person. For me, I have no spine, you know what I mean? And like, the girl was cool, but like now I'm not feeling it, and like I don't want to like hurt her feelings. But by waiting too long, I get more. But she's more invested, and because she's more invested, she gets more hurt. You know what I mean? Like that's a dumbass. You should just cut it off in the beginning. It would have been painful, but like it would have saved you both pain.
What did you get?
Dumb, huh?
What did you get at Ralph's?
She just stared at me blankly, and then she was like, "What?" And then she got chocolates. So, like, if you drive, like, there was another story of this dumbass wasn't me, but like a friend of mine took a guy. She was dating this guy. She's like, "Hey, do you want to be picked up?" The guy was like, "Yeah." And she's like, they get to the restaurant. She's like, "Hey, do you want to pay for dinner?" He's like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Hey, do you want to drive home?" And then the guy was like, "Hey, like I'm not feeling it. Like I kind of like want to like end things." And he just like, and I understand. And she was like, "But I'm better than you." You know what I mean? Like you, like I can't believe that you're breaking up with me. Like I'm better than you. And like I understand. And like this guy, like she was like, this guy was an asshole and everything. And he is. He's still an asshole for doing this because you shouldn't have done that. But I understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Same thing. Like he's like scared of he doesn't want to break her heart. He doesn't want to break the feelings. He's scared. So he's like, and then he also has no spine, so he's like, oh my god, she's offering to take me on a drive. Like, that's amazing, that's so nice. And then she's like, oh, she's offering to like pay my dinner. And you have no spine, so you're like, I don't want to argue or fight because like, I don't think I'll win. So then like, you don't do that. But then at the end of the night, she's done all this stuff for you. And she's like, she's like, basically like, I don't know, Superman or something like that. And then you break up with her. I understand because like at that point you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go. She's leaving. You're like, oh my god, like I kind of like don't want to like date you anymore because for whatever reason that man didn't want to date you. But and then you're like at the last moment and you've waited and all these things have built up and then now when you actually break up you're the asshole because you've done all these things. All that to being said, don't date us. That's the problem. We're a problem. You see us being indecisive, run. You see us not telling you like what we really think, run. Because we'll like We'll just make things way worse. Okay, anyways. With that, I'll give you back to Sam Linderman. Thank you very much.
Woo! Where everybody find you?
You can find me at Soroush Etadal, SOROUSHEETADAL on Instagram.
For now.
Thank you to our loving audience member. Please, what was your name again?
Billy.
Billy has been here three times?
That was my first time.
It's the first time in the year.
You've been here 3 times. Or sorry, not 3 times. First time. I don't know numbers. Thank you so much for being here. Are you going to be here next time?
Yep.
Fantastic. Are you going to perform here next time?
Yes.
Oh
No pressure. We love audience. So even if you
yeah! He said I love that. That was
Another
fun.
$10
Give it up for Sarush, everybody.
Another $10 we gotta go get.
It has been a fabulous night.
It'll be fun.
We love you guys. Thank you to people watching at home. Thank you to the people here in this room with me. Monday is Labor Day. We may also be doing, this is maybe, we'll see, but some sort of Labor Day 20th anniversary of School of Comedy. Maybe we might have food here. It might happen.
Ooh.
So bring your friends. You should always bring your friends.
Monday?
'Cause, yeah,
Maybe food.
yeah. I don't know yet, but it might happen.
Is Sunday going to be here?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Shout out Suni Kernquist is the owner and director of this amazing place. If you guys,
20 years.
yes.
20.
Before that, it was a
Older than
film
you.
actor
2-0.
studio. Yes. This place is a real staple.
5 times 4.
Yes.
Yes.
In the what's it called? LA community. There's not a lot of, like we were talking about. There's not a lot of comedy on the West Side. So this place is really special to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And a lot of people.
100 divided by
LA
5.
School of Comedy. You guys check us out. We're online. We're at www. Oh my God! I should have said this in the beginning, but we are partnered with an app called Thumbs Up, and all of you guys should be posting all of
Do
the
you give
time
them a thumbs up?
already. Yes.
You do.
But basically, you can get paid just for posting on social media
Okay.
and tagging people. And so you can ask me more questions about it after the show. It's a really cool opportunity for everybody to kind of promote each other, you know. We're going to be having postcards soon and everything, and we're going to be having an event coming up soon, so that'll be really fun. So stay tuned with LA School of Comedy. I love you guys. I've been Sam Sunda. I miss you. Jason, we love you. And let's get off the air.